Hi, my name is Doug. I'm from here. I grew up in Coral Springs. I was born and raised in Broward County. I moved up to Palm Beach when I moved to college, so I'm a recent Palm Beach resident. Um, I primarily identify myself. It's kind of an interesting question for me because I don't get to say this very often. But I say being a student is a job, but being a peer counselor is my profession, so to speak. Obviously school comes first. School comes before anything. But I've done some work in peer counseling and youth advocacy for teenagers and at-risk teens, and it's hard to find a job in that field, but it's always my passion, my drive, and what keeps me going, and what keeps me forward. One day I want to be a licensed therapist, so um, I'm like 50-50 student professional, but really a little bit more student than professional because school always comes first. Um, I am not working currently. I have experience in social work, like I said, with peer counseling, youth advocacy. My goal, again, being a therapist. What do I think might be the most important personal attribute that you can bring to social work? Compassion, but really just caring about the field. Compassion obviously comes first in our field, but also, I see a lot of people who kind of treat this like a 9 to 5 job, and it's unfortunate because when people just want to get paid and want to get in and out and every day, that's when the clients and the people we're helping get left behind in the system. And it's really just a shame all around. And there's just far too many people who go into this not really knowing what to expect in their major. I think we really need to educate people in the field of social work what this really entails. I think the video did a pretty good job of that, but I've seen a lot of people who don't really know that this is like we're dealing with the bottom of the barrel of society, and we're trying to raise them up and raise them forward. It takes a lot of compassion. We have to put the clients first, no matter what we feel about them. One of our core ethics, one of our core values as social workers is to treat our clients with dignity and respect. And, if you have to treat a pedophile, you got to treat them with dignity and respect, whether or not you like them, whether or not you want your kids around them. You have to treat them like a human being and treat them equally to any other client. Treat them as someone who has a problem, who you're here to help. And that's the core of it, really. But when people just say, "Oh, I just want to go in, I want to get my paycheck," that's the worst of it all. That's like worse than these awful clients because the good clients, the ones that really need the help, that really want the help, just get left behind by people who don't care. Um, what characteristic do I value most in my fellow students? When people care. Again, when people really care about the field and the passion, and even people in other majors, whatever, who have a passion for their major. I think that's what I really appreciate. People who really want to do what they love, and it means more to them to do what they love than the money that comes with it. And I know as someone in social work, the money doesn't come easy. There's room to grow, there's room to expand and build upon your career, but it's not like you're going into business. You're never going to be a millionaire. Well, you might be if you own your own agency, but not like a actual business beyond a business. Um, and people who really just care, and my the characteristic. Please finish with the discussion about it. Okay. So the video, I was very skeptical at first. It started off very blindly optimistic in a way, like, oh, you're gonna go in, you're gonna help people, you're gonna feel so good about yourself, you're gonna feel so good about the people you help. And I was really skeptical because I heard this a million times before, where they don't really focus on like the fact that you go home and you don't just drop those problems at the door. People just unloaded their problems onto you, and you had to help them. It's a very stressful career. You're not going to help everyone you meet with. Not everything's going to be a success story, but they happen to touch on those as much later in the video, and I was pleasantly surprised. Uh, um, child welfare is something I'm going into in a sense. I'm going into youth and family therapeutic services. So, this is that all these roles interest me. I wouldn't want to work for DCF. I wouldn't want to take the kids out of the house, but I want to make sure that the kids who are in the house or kids who are already in the foster care system have the mental health services that they need and they require. Um, you know, that's about it. I mean, I'm just someone who cares first. Like I've said a million times in this video, and I really just want to go into counseling. So that's about it.